Neil Middleditch must be quite pleased when he sees that pairing going out. Janowski did struggle a little bit in his opening ride, but Groshonik and Nichols here. Nichols was impressive, but Groshonik's got to come up with a ride here.
Certainly has, going off the inside. Josh Groshonik in red, with Chris Holder going off gate number 2 in white. Scott Nichols goes off gate 3 in blue for Bellevue, and Maciej Janowski is the man off the outside in yellow and black. As the battle in Poland reached its conclusion yesterday, with Leszno crowned Polish champions. Congratulations to them. We know that Vetlanda are the Swedish champions, who will be the British champions of the Elite League. We will know on Wednesday night, but already I have to say Bellevue are in a spot of bother.
They are, and they've got to respond quickly. Scott Nichols now needs to play a role here, needs to come up with a really big ride. Janowski on the outside, you've got to believe a rider of his class will sort himself out. He's on the favoured gate, on gate 4. Oh! Holder's in the tapes!
Well,
Groshonik moved early, and that pulled Holder in. I fear that Chris Holders will be excluded for that.
Well, we'll see what Graham Flint comes up with. The tapes have gone up now to allow the riders to come back to pit gate. Here comes the replay.
Oh, Groshonik's gone first.
They really are not helping themselves tonight, Bellevue, are they?
That's a nightmare for the home team. I thought for a moment that Holder was the one, but Groshonik just touches the tapes first. Well, that's desperate.
So do they put Groshonik off 15 metres or put a reserve in that hasn't scored a point yet? Groshonik touches the tapes, but he's disqualified. Scott Nichols in blue. Scott Nichols is the man here in heat number 6. The blue exclusion light has come on.
Wow, actually Scott does touch them. We're concentrating on the 2 riders on the inside, but actually the other way, Nichols the captain, it goes from bad to worse. Nichols has been impressive in his opening ride. They could ill afford to miss out, and he's touched the tapes. Dreadful start.
Yeah, it's a nightmare scenario. Do they go with a 15-metre handicap for Nichols?
Definitely.
It looks as though he is, yep.
Definitely.
He's keeping his crash helmet on there, and he's going to go back out
from
a 15-metre handicap. Can he produce something special here? But he's against a world champion and a world under-21 champion. Jason Crump, who spent a few years as a Bellevue rider, is one of the club legends, and rooting for his former club tonight and encouraging Scott Nichols there. But they're really not helping themselves, Kelvin.
No, they're nervous, and the reason they're nervous is because track conditions are not what they're accustomed to. They're seeing the Poole Pirates really going for it and riding well. They're 9 points behind, and even at this very early stage, the Aces are finding it really tense out there.
Yep, so Chris Holder in the white helmet colour was well up for it in the opening race of the night.
I didn't see that. I was focusing on the inside with Holder and Groshonik, and it was a surprise for me.
It's a good job you're not a referee, Kelv.
Indeed it is.
You called it Holder first, then you said Groshonik, and finally it was Nichols. You got it right third time.
Yeah, well.
The fourth bloke got away with it.
Exactly. Only had one boy to go. No, but now this will be interesting. We see it now. I was focusing on initially Holder, because Holder moves there, but it's Groshonik does touch the tapes, but unfortunately for Scott Nichols, who won in fine style, and that is a big blow. But
Janowski was moving as well. All 4 had a little nibble at one stage there.
Nervous. Janowski wasn't very convincing in his opening ride, so he was clearly feeling nervous on the outside. He's not on the outside now, though, of course, because they will have to have shuffled across, and that now puts Chris Holder on gate 1.
Well, it would take a remarkable effort to pass Chris Holder or Maciej Janowski, although, has to be said, Janowski struggled in his opening ride, didn't look at home on this circuit.
No, he didn't. The grip down in the bottom corner there caught out Groshonik and Janowski in their opening rides, because they both nearly ran into each other. So there's no doubt that Scott Nichols will have to produce something a bit tasty here if he's going to get amongst the big points.
So here we go, heat number 6, at the second time of asking. Nerves playing their part big time here in this grand final in Manchester tonight. Jason Crump joining us very soon, by the way, the triple world champion. Mark Lemon, who is the Australian team manager. Well, a penny for his thoughts right now, Kelv.
Well, he's been hit by a sledgehammer, hasn't he? He wasn't expecting this at all, and he was full of confidence when I spoke to him before the meeting started, rather. But so far, it just hasn't been their night. They've got to turn it around soon.
Here we go. This is heat number 6, and Holder's made a beauty. Now it's Josh Groshonik in red, holding the inside line. Janowski, though, is going hard around the outside, and they're on a 5-1. Now Holder will slow slow down and shepherd Janowski around here, because that third and fourth turn was a problem for Mats Janowski in his opening ride, but it's looking like a big 5-1, and the Poole Pirates are absolutely tearing Bellevue apart here now.
Totally dominant out in front. No surprise to see the two GP boys out in front. Holder was strong away from the inside. Janowski then was allowed to come around the outside. He looks much more comfortable this time, proving too much of a tall order. Riders a little bit out of shape. Track conditions clearly not as smooth as they would like. But Grosjeanic and Nichols have got no answer to the GP boys in front.
Yeah, Mats Janowski almost apologised to his teammate at one stage there because he lost control of the bike. They're down the back straight and are kicking on.
Yeah.
It's Mats Janowski in yellow and black, Chris Holder in white, Josh Grosjeanic third. It's a 5-1 to Poole. And now, amazingly, they're 13 points ahead after only 6 heats of the grand final.
Well, I couldn't see that coming at all. Poole haven't won here the previous 2 visits in the league. They lost by 4 and 14, and so far this evening they have a lead of 13 points after 6 heats. That is quite incredible.
Zagar Tactical, heat number 7.
No surprise, Zagar coming up. He had a strong second place in his opening ride behind Chris Holder, so all of a sudden the pressure on. Mark Lemon making his move immediately.
Yep. Mark Lemon wasting no time in going for the tactical ride in heat number 7. Mats Janowski the race winner, Chris Holder was second, Josh Grosjeanic third, and Scott Nichols trailed in at the back after touching the tapes and going off a 15